Alright, so we're checking out the only game where just because you can't order Starbucks on Uber Eats anymore, that means that you have to murder every single person that you come across. It's Survive the Blackout. More totally warranted murder, damn it. In Survive the Blackout, you play a young being who was completely enthralled by technology. Now that it's all gone, this means only one thing. You have to brutalize and rob every person that you come across. So Survive the Blackout is a game where you have to make a ton of moral choices, and it shapes what your characters become. Obviously, I'm going to try and turn my characters into murderous psychopaths, or have them all die in the first 10 minutes in different ways. I appreciate that they give you so many different lives to ruin. Who the hell is this? It looks like my 8th grade math teacher. An idealist. Oh, we're gonna be crushing that. Not possible. A child can't be a leader. That's discrimination. I mean, what kind of child is this? Is this like a real child? Or is this like a Tobey Maguire and Spider-Man child? You know, this girl's actually like 30, but she has really skinny chicken legs, so maybe she can pass. Screw this, I'm picking the math teacher. Yesterday, we had a clear goal set by the doctor. We were to find his old friend Frank to stock up for the road. Today, we found the doctor outside like the holy shit. You know, it's gonna be a good time of moral choices where someone is hanging from a light pole in the first 3 minutes of the game. We have to bury the body. We should hurry. Let's gather some stuff and move. Let's search the body. All right, everyone, grab his wallet. I got dibs on his doctor coat. See that? Cigarettes and a lighter. It was already worth it. Oh, sweet. Tobette Maguire actually made it into the party. All right, a bunch of psychotic ramblings about the light and the sage. I don't know. At least we got some expired Tylenol off the guy. I still think it was a good call. God, now we're back at the house and the doctor's backpack is like sitting on the table. And it's like, let's grab our backpacks and go. Let's take a look at the doctor's belongings. Did the doctor have a wife? Let's take her shit too. Look at that, a diary and more medicine. We moved down the road. We noticed an old fast food restaurant next to the road. We immediately became hungry. There could be toys in there. What is this girl, like 6? Looking for toys seems like a great idea in the apocalypse when everyone wants to kill you. Inside, we found an agitated man who gazed strangely at Anne. Some syringes lied on the counter, and then when asked about the toy, he said, take the goddamn toy and leave me alone. Take the toy and leave. Yeah, go ahead and push your luck, Anne. He refused. Take it and avoid any fighting, stay. I want fighting. The man aimed his gun at us and said, get out. Why is there not an option for taking this man's gun? A massive car crash blocked the road. It was probably one of many car crashes that happened during the blackout. Don't look at the bodies, move with caution, search the bodies. Hey, Anne, you ever went through a dead person's pockets? Anne's probably like, yeah, 10 minutes ago when we stole all the doctor's shit. Well, guess what? You're doing it again. Your hands are small. Get in there. See that? We found a trunk full of food next to a young girl's rotting corpse. It was worth it. It's a common sight now. After the blackout. Toughen up. Somehow Anne is taking this better than the adults. We noticed a trail of leaflets on the road. This feels like a really elaborate scheme to get us killed. This group will probably end up like living because I'm turning them into the most hardened bastards in the universe. A sudden commotion in front of us woke us from our thoughts. Loud cries and shouts. What shall we do? Wait until they tire themselves out and then beat the winner to death and take both of their things. Check it. A few drunk men were fighting each other. Their backpacks lie there unprotected. Oh my God! Grab their shit. As we tried to filch their things, they noticed us. Drunk as they were about to catch us. What do? Split and run. Mock them. Jack, it looks like you're wearing a cinder block on the end of your necklace over here. Beat these guys to death. Infuriated, they jumped us and took what they could from us. God damn it. The store's windows were all broken. The interior was covered with vulgar graffiti. Clearly this means we have to check inside. All right, where's all your cocaine at? You found some mood boosters? Are you serious? It's a bunch of booze. Hold on, can I put this on inventory? We heard a strange sound behind us. Who's there? Move there carefully. Ignore it. It's probably nothing. Who's there? We caught a glimpse of a silhouette running away from our backpacks. We still had a chance to get her. Let's do this. We caught the thief. A snarky, skinny young girl, looking as if she hadn't eaten for a long time. She'd return our stuff if we let her go. We have to teach her a lesson, Jesus Christ. You have to give us something in return. What does she have? What does teach her a lesson mean? Does this mean like teach her some algebra or beat the hell out of her? We come across an elderly man searching through car wrecks. His clothes have seen better time. Talk to him, ignore him, rob him. All right, old man, it's the apocalypse. This is what you get for being elderly. Should've stayed in Florida. We found some candy bars. Stealing from an old man. We did it for our survival. See, no one's hungry anymore. We heard a man whistling somewhere alongside of the road. The singing became a low hum. As we approached, the man was bending over some young boy searching his pockets. You overheard the man cursing the boy and the occult spuds who tricked him. If only he could drive them away. All right, Anne, it's time for your first life lesson. It's called How to Hit Someone in the Back of the Head with a Rock. Ambush him. The man slipped away, but dropped some of his loot. Wake the boy up or let's go. I mean, if we can get the operative to do a twofer in the robbery for today. Oh, no, he just wants to be left alone. The road led us through a thick forest. Suddenly we were attacked. A group of desperate but armed men shouted to give them all we had. They outnumbered us. Man, where's this dude at? We should surrender. We should scatter. Let's stay in group and not let them surround us. And how are your MMA skills? Getting your ass kicked is part of growing up. I'll consider this a life lesson for Anne. The ambushers tried to surround us, but we managed to prevent it. Now it could be an even fight. Concentrate on the weakest. Let's talk this out. Let's get the leader. If this was an anime, it would always be the scrawniest one. Actually, if that was true, that would mean that Anne is our leader. Get the leader. We fought, but in the end, we got a severe beating. All right, Anne, you take the booze. Anne really shouldn't use mood boosters as she's still a child. Jack's like, I was using mood boosters the moment I got out of the womb. I was wearing the sunglasses then too. All right, you can't have alcohol, but maybe you can pop some pills. While we walked down the road, we heard a woman crying in a nearby ditch. She asked us for help. I'm not gonna lie, this feels like an ambush. That poor woman, we have to help her. You know what? If we don't do this, Anne will never learn. The woman broke her leg while she searched for food. She can't fight. Let's take her stuff. I mean, technically I already used up all of the meds, so, I'm sorry, lady. Oh, she had food. It was totally worth it. The abandoned building gave you chills on the spine. That means it's time to search. I'm not gonna lie. If there was ghosts in this game, I would beat them to death and rob them too. You found a cane. I don't know, I think it was totally worth it. In the distance, we saw an old man frantically shouting. Because this guy's old, I can already tell what one of the options is gonna be. It's gonna be to rob him, isn't it? Let's come up to him. Rob him! Oh, he has a cane too. If we take his, we can dual wield him. The old man didn't really bother that we searched his pockets. Suddenly, something hard was thrown our way. It's probably his Alzheimer's-ridden wife. What was that? It's like this kid. It's like this dude's grandkid, and he's like, leave my grandfather alone. Maybe the kid has something useful. Jesus Christ. We tried to take stuff from the kid. Now the old man's getting up in our business. Fight them. This game is brutal. There's more people running toward us, and it's like hit the old man, try attacking the kid, run away or surrender. I've decided now we're gonna be the most hardcore gang on this whole damn planet. We're coming back when we have more weapons. Take this cane and beat the shit out of people with it. A bullet flew nearby. We saw someone running away. The attacker jumped out of nowhere as the victim tried to run away. You know what this feels like? A free gun. Take the gun away. All right, Anne, here's the plan. You're gonna go up to the guy, you're gonna be crying, right? You're gonna be like, Mister, help me. When you get close enough, kick him in the balls. If it looked like it hurt, do it again. Take the gun. We jumped in the attacker's shot. God damn it. And you need a lot more experience robbing people. We found an abandoned construction site. It was mostly unfinished, but there was a flickering light. An older woman was staring at us through a window. The room was fully furnished and stocked with supplies. At her age, she probably wouldn't be able to defend herself. She's defenseless, rob her. You're goddamn right. We forced ourselves in, ignoring her screams. We ransacked the place and took a good portion of her supplies. Let's not talk about what we've done. The feeling of guilt is nagging us. That's what she gets for not sharing. We found ourselves at the crossroads leading to the farmlands or the lakes. Which should we choose? Who has more potential robbery victims? I guess the farmlands. There was a woman on the road. She wept. Did you see him, that bastard, and cuddled her kid even more? It seemed that the kid was hurt badly. She's vulnerable. Rob her. Oh, the guy on the road that we can rob too. So we found a harvester, and you guys know the one thing that you have to have inside of every harvester. It's booze from the full liquor bar. We found a mansion. Take their Well, that's not good. As you approached the little hill in front of you, you felt some strange stench. Honestly, if there's one thing I learned about this game, it's that absolutely everything leads to robbery, so come closer. Oh, there's a bunch of human bodies. I guess maybe this wasn't. Oh, nope, never mind. Rob the bodies. You see smoke and heavy cursing. What shall you do? Rob people. We heard a scream coming from the distant ruins. It sounded like a call for help. What should we do? Rob them. We came upon a man being attacked by wolves. Let's leave him. Let's check on him. You know this is gonna lead to robbing him. The man has several bites around his neck and shoulder. It seems he will bleed out in moments. Dress his wounds, take his stuff. I want this dude in my group. He's like, let's put him out of his misery. You find a herd of cows. I like how one of the options is observe them. Can we rob the cows? There's a calf that's weak. You can rob them, attack for the meat. Ouch, we're getting attacked by wolves. Now someone's gonna rob our dead body. Climb a tree. I don't know how, but we survived that. I think what's scary is that the whole point of this game is to die horribly, and somehow we're still alive because we're legitimately the worst people on the whole planet. Oh hey, we found Frank's camp. Why do I feel like talking to the people in the camp is going to lead to robbery? Maybe we could help those people. Don't they have any medical help? When there's no robbery option and like you feel disappointed, that's when you know. Oh hey, it's Frank. I'm surprised you're alive. Yeah, your buddy's dead. He was like literally the first person that we robbed. We decided to spend the night. When we woke up, there was a noise coming from Frank's tent. Technically, his wife just came in a little minute ago, so let's go in there and see what's going on. People were outraged. Frank's wife died suddenly in the morning. I don't really know where this is going. There's an option though that's just us yelling that he's insane, so we're gonna go with it. People started throwing stones from us. Frank watched us flee with a cold look in his eyes and an odd smirk. You murderous son of a bitch. I don't have a problem with the murder, but that was our robbery subject. Suburbs or the city? I feel like the city offers the best opportunity for more robberies. So this guy's getting beat to death and we're legitimately just standing here watching this, waiting until they're done so we can take stuff from his body. Yep, got a bunch of food off his body. That's how you win this game, by being a terrible person. All right, we found a crazy man with a backpack. You know what that means. Take the backpack. Got it. There's a young girl going through a backpack. You know what the options are. Talk to her, leave her alone, rob her. As we walked by a truck wreck, an armed woman jumped at us. Give me your food, she demanded. She looked desperate. Listen up, lady. We do all the robberies around these parts. Oh, never mind. We got beaten by a pistol grip. There's a young boy at the side of the road. His face is bruised. Rob him. Lady and a bunch of murdered people. You know what you have to do in this instance? Rob her. We're in the wasteland now. This is also known as Central New Jersey. So we looked at a sign, just thinking maybe it had something good on it. It just talks about toxic spills, rabid dogs, and madmen. The wasteland is the best place in the game. It's not that unusual. We've been ambushed. There's not much cover, so running away isn't an option. We're still not dead. Snatch the guns. A strange group arose in front of you. You were hidden from their sight. Sounds like a perfect opportunity to ambush some poor bastards and take their shit. Got it. We're in a house now with a bunch of dead bodies and a message on the wall that says you will die. It's cool though. Jack's going through all their stuff. You see a man with a big traveler's hat and well-packed bags. What do? Man, you know what you do in this instance. You rob him. Oh man, he had everything on him. Several bloodied corpses. Some of them look like they may have been searched and robbed. Rob them. Legit, I have so many supplies, I might actually win this game. Bad news, we just got the shit kicked out of us by a bunch of guys with baseball bats. Unfortunately, Sammy just fell down a cliff and died. She died as she lived. Getting friggin' robbed. Yeah, Jack, go ahead and open up a 6-pack. I appreciate that. We're almost at the light. I feel like we're gonna get shot because it is in fact a prison. For Jack, the post-blackout world was very similar to the war zone he visited. Courage and cowardice, heroism and villainy, and a lot of friggin' robbery. So we're at the Sage. He's gonna judge us by our skills and our deeds. I'm not feeling real confident considering we've beaten the hell out of every single person we've come across and took their stuff. You passed the trial of post-blackout life. Post-blackout life is all about being a piece of human garbage. We made it! We're alive and kicking despite the adversaries. The Sage shouted, open the gates, and it opened. What happened later exceeded our expectations. What happened later? It doesn't say. We probably ended up having to rob everyone there. All right, well, I guess that's the end of Survive the Blackout, otherwise known as Robbery Simulator 2020. Till next time, folks. Stay foxy and much love.